Good morning, everyone. We're continuing here in the words of the HaChaim in his Pesicha, and he writes like this: If a person degrades another Jew with so many negative words and the like, you do it in front of the person themselves, and in front of others. Imagine that you are degrading and disgracing a person in front of other people, and you do it in such a way that you have certainly embarrassed and shamed the person that you're speaking badly about. Nishtana panav ayidezeh, his face changes as a result. It turns white, it turns red. He's shamed and embarrassed. You also now transgress another prohibition besides Lashon Hara. Do not bear sin upon yourself. The Torah has commanded us and warned us. Do not embarrass a fellow Jew. Even when you have an obligation per se to rebuke them and criticize them and help them along their path, that they should turn from their negative ways. Even there the Torah is saying, be very careful. If you give teichacha, if you give rebuke and you embarrass and you shame this person publicly, you're doing the wrong thing. Even it's between you and him. It's just you and this person over here that you're rebuking. You're giving it to him with all you got. But you're hurting him. You're bearing a sin. You cannot speak harshly with him until you embarrass him. It could be that even in a person one-on-one, you could embarrass them. Now think about this, how many times parents speak to their kids like they're little nothings, and they put them down, and they rank on them, and they criticize them, and they point out their flaws and their shortcomings, and they embarrass that child even if no other siblings are around. Nobody else is in the house. Nobody's there at the table by the Shabbos table. You and your son, or you and your daughter, and they're acting in one of their very immature, foolish, childish ways. And you decide, this kid needs a mussar shmuz. Let me give him a shmuz and tell him what I really think about him, so he'll become a tzaddik or a tzaddikis. And you shame and you embarrass that child. Says the CHOFETZ, even if it's just between you and him and you and her, this is al sisa lav chet. You're bearing a sin by doing such a thing. All the more so if you begin embarrassing somebody when there's no teichacha, there's no rebuke that is forthcoming, and you're doing it in front of other people. Stamazo, you say not nice things about this person in front of others and you embarrass them. The kol zeh shalaya barabim. All of this, he says, is when you're not in the public eye. But if you are barabim, you're in front of, could be at least as little as 3 people, maybe as little as 10 people. Chazal said, this person who embarrasses another human being, another Jew, barabim, has no portion in the world to come. Cut off. You shamed, you disgraced, you embarrassed, you put this person, he wished he was an ostrich that could just bury his head under the ground. Say Chazal, you lost your portion in the world to come. When it says Hamal ben Espanei Chaver barabim, like it says in the Mishnah and the Gemara, it says someone who whitens the face of their friend publicly, which means you embarrass them in front of many other people. You have no portion awaiting you in the world to come. Rachmana litzlan. Can you imagine? A person kept mitzvos all of their life. A person went to davening 3 times a day, and they davened the kavana. They learned Torah however many hours, 1, 2, 5, 10, 20 hours a day. They did chesed, they gave tzedakah, they ate only the finest of kosher foods with the best hechsherim. They kept Shabbos all of their life. They bought the most beautiful esrog and the most beautiful lulav. They had beautiful Chanukah menorah with oil. That was the finest of oils. And they had the most expensive hand matzahs for Pesach, and everything. She was at Tsanua, she dressed always sneers, always modest. She said to Hillel all day long, but once, Malbines b'nei chaver b'rabim, you embarrass somebody publicly, Ein lo'chelik lo'elam haba, you have lost your portion in the world to come, Rachmana litzlan. Says the CHOFETZ Chaim, how careful we have to be when we're playing Russian roulette with other people's lives. Have a wonderful day.